Let's talk about what we are looking at in the near term. Tomorrow, a weather impact alert, the timing between 5 a.m. and 4 p.m. for rain and storms, some heavy downpours, maybe even some ponding in the roadways. So start thinking about preparing some extra time for that morning commute tomorrow. Have the rain gear with you. And of course, the 10 Tampa Bay News app, always a good tool to have as we continue to update the forecast. Satellite and radar nice and quiet for now. For your morning commute this morning looks fine. This will look very different this time tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies looking out over the St. Pete Pier. And I almost forgot, there's a really cool event going on at the St. Pete Pier this weekend. The Red Bull cliff diving event is happening this weekend over at the St. Pete Pier. Yeah, the Daredevils all uniting this weekend. 81 degrees right now in the city of St. Pete. It is warm, especially closer to the water. We're at 82 in St. Pete, 81 in Tampa, 82 in Sarasota, 81 in Clearwater and in Newport Richey. We're at 79 in Lakeland, 76 in Bartow, 75 in Crystal River and in Brooksville. So a very mild and muggy start, if not a warm and muggy start, closer to the coast. Here's a look at kind of the big picture. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle in our forecast. We have high pressure that's out in the Gulf. This is going to continue to give us that onshore wind. We have a front to our north that's just kind of trapping in moisture. This is going to be the front that's going to move in tomorrow and ultimately increase our rain and storm chance, giving us that weather impact alert. So let's take you through Futurecast. Can't rule out a few coastal showers just drifting in with that onshore wind later on this morning, but notice isolated at best. Our better chance for rain will be after about lunchtime today. Here's a look just before 1 o'clock. Notice some heavy downpours maybe developing along the Nature Coast inland towards Polk County, down into Hardy and Highlands County as well. Any storms that develop today just with the heat of the day could carry some gusty wind, heavy rain, frequent lightning, our typical run-of-the-mill afternoon storms. Around 3 o'clock, we'll have some storms possible anywhere from eastern Hillsborough into Polk County, Hardy County, Highlands County, and Nature Coast starting to dry out. And the good news is for the evening commute, outside of a few isolated showers, we should be mostly dry for that ride home a little later today. Now going into the overnight, that front starts to approach. Our rain coverage starts to increase. Here's a look just before 6 o'clock in the morning. Widespread rain, maybe some heavy downpours, even the chance for a few rumbles of thunder, and that will continue into the rush hour. Take a look at 7:30, some heavy downpours and that steady rain continuing really widespread across the area. And as that front continues to sink south, it's going to lose some of its upper level forcing, so we'll have a lesser coverage of rain. It looks like back half of the day. We'll watch for a few storms mainly south of I-4 for the evening hours tomorrow. While we're generally looking at general run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, can't rule out an isolated strong storm later tonight into maybe the early overnight as that front moves in up along the Nature Coast, maybe even into eastern Polk County, and that's for gusty wind. Not looking at a tornado threat, just gusty wind, heavy rain, frequent lightning. Now the good news behind this front, our dew points are going to drop, so by Thursday morning, our humidity is going to be significantly better. We're looking at upper 50s to low 60s dew points. Is that fall-like? Maybe for the Nature Coast, but it'll definitely feel a lot better out there. Moderate chop on the bay, seas 1 to 2 feet for you. Your 7-day shows the cooler temperatures as well. Highs only in the low to mid 80s tomorrow and Thursday. We'll trend mostly dry with highs back in the 90s this weekend.